So before I get into this review, I just want to start off by very briefly talking about my last video, where I was deciding whether or not to carry on with YouTube, and there were so many comments on that video, more than I have ever had, I think, on any other video that I put out there, and every single one of them, bar one, was positive. A lot of people sort of apologise for not watching, commenting or liking as much as they would normally do. I know things get busy, things get tough, but it's really good to know there's a lot of support out there. Now, one of my responses in a lot of those comments was that I'm going to give up doing reviews. There's too much pressure put on to get them out in a certain time and in a certain way that I'm not going to do it anymore. So this is going to be my last official review video, and the reason behind that is it's not about giving fake information or the wrong information on the reviews. It's about the fact that there's just so much pressure put on you to get them done. Now, going forward, what I'm going to do, if anything is offered to me that is, I think, decent and maybe good for you guys to know about out there as well, I will take it on my terms, and that will be, I will use it for as long as I need, as long as I feel is right. I would then mention it during a video and not do a separate review video on it. And if the people who want it promoted don't like that, they can keep it. So that's going to be me going forward. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get on with these products. Okay, so although I'm not a lover of unboxing videos, I do want to show you the difference with these products and their packaging, because I think it makes quite a difference to the actual experience of it. So this is the Olight Marauder Mini. Really nice box, magnetic closure. I'll show you what you get inside here. Now, I have taken this apart and put it back together again, so it may not all be in the same position as what it was when I first opened it. Sorry for the intrusion. The reason why the dogs are going mad is because something else has just turned up for me to review that I didn't think was going to come, and I told them not to bother. Can't win. So this is the Olight Marauder Mini in green. It is a lovely torch to hold. It's quite chunky and nice and solid. Basically, you've got this bar that goes around here as you turn it. You probably can't see it in this light, but it lights up in blue for your battery strength, and then on this side lights up in blue for your lumens that you're using, and that turns it on and off. You then have an option for beam, so this goes long distance beam, and then that is your wide beam. Now, this is a 7,000 lumen torch when it's in wide beam. In straight beam it drops. I will put a link on the screen because there is just too many details to go through on this and too many different options and variations. But inside the pack, as I say, it's really nicely packaged. There's lots in here. So first off, there's a metal matching coloured bookmarker, so you can have that in your page, mark a book. You then have a cord so you can put it on your wrist, not lose it. You then have the normal Olight magnetic charger, and they also give you a pouch, so if you want you can put this on your belt, velcro both sides. It also has a D-clip, D-ring, so you can attach it to your shoulder strap of your bag, and then your torch goes in there, keeps it nice and safe. Inside here then you also have two lots of instructions, user manual, and then your guarantee and information there. Now, at the moment, Olight have got some offers on, so they have different membership levels, and if you're not a member as well, if you buy one of their torches, then you get a little mini keychain torch free. So even if you're not a member, but then you get different levels of torches depending upon your membership level, so whether it's bronze, silver or gold, whatever it may be. But if you have a look in the description below, I'll put a link to the Olight website, so if you're not a member you can get basically a free keychain torch. Now, I've used one of these before, I've had a couple of them in the past, really good, handy to keep around the house or just on your keychain. If you're a member and you order something, then you get a more expensive torch free. If you're not a member, you get a little keychain with it. Okay, so next up is the thrunite Catapult. Now, this is all talking about with regards to the packaging. Very straightforward and very basic with the thrunite. Absolutely fine. It's not what you're going to keep, but it just adds the experience, I think, when you're opening it up. So you've got your instruction manual. This is a USB-C charging torch. You have a lanyard in here. You can attach it to your wrist or around your neck, and then you also get a similar pouch that you can attach to either your belt. This isn't Velcro, so you've got to actually strap your belt through it. And it's also got a D-ring, so you can attach it to your shoulder strap or whatever on your bag. So with this one, this is a 2700 lumen torch, and it only has one LED, and that is mainly aimed at long distance beam, and apparently 1006 meters. Okay, so the third item I'm going to be reviewing tonight is the Trustfire MC12. This is a magnetic headlamp, magnetic charged headlamp, very similar to an olight, 1000 lumens. This has a range of up to 105 meters, can last for up to 160 hours when you're on a low light setting. So inside here, not as nicely packaged as the others, plastic. Here is your torch, which is magnetically charged. On the back of it here is the charge port, very similar to an olight. And in the back here you have the charger itself, a lanyard, spare O-rings, and your instruction manual. So tonight I'm also going to be testing out 3 new torches from 3 different manufacturers. First one is a Trustfire. So this is very similar to the olight head torch that you get. Now I've had another torch from Trustfire. They're really good. Very similar quality build to the olight product. Similar in price as well. Gives you an option though. But this one, it's nice. It's got a rubberized head strap, so it grips nicely to your head. It's 1000 lumens, tiny little thing. I'll give that a try out later when it's dark. Also, Thrunite have sent me the Thrunite Catapult Pro. So this is a 2700 lumen torch. So pretty decent. It's not a bad size. It's not the smallest thing. You can take it camping. I'm camping. I've taken it. But it has allegedly a 1006 meter beam on it. Now there's a hill which is about a kilometre away in front of me, so I'm going to see if that actually lights that up later on. The camera may not pick it up, but I will be truthful in my review and I'll tell you exactly what it's like. On top of that, olight have sent me out the Marauder Mini. Now this thing is a little beast. It is pretty small, you know. That's it in my hand, it just sticks out of it. But you've got a myriad of LEDs on the top here. You've got red, blue, green, white. So you've got multi options for different coloured lights if you want it. And you can also have it as a central beam or using the outer lights for a wider spread. So you have 2 sort of different options with it as well. This thing is 7000 lumens and has got a 600 meter throw on it as well, 600 meter beam rather. So yeah, I'm going to test this out alongside the Catapult later on, see which one I think is the best. Okay, you have to excuse the sound. I'm using my phone for better night photography. So this is the olight Marauder Mini. So basically with this one you've got 2 options on this switch here. You've got the main flood beam and then you've got long beam, so you can change it from wide to narrow and long. To turn it on, you can see here these blue lights at the side. They show the battery power. To the right it shows the lumens going up to 7000. So if I turn this and then press it on, it comes on and we have a small spot. And it goes through various different incarnations. Press and hold it, you've got a red light, green light, blue light, back to white. So that is it. I'm going to turn my head torch off now so you can see how bright this goes up to 7000 lumens. Okay, so that's it on its lowest setting at the moment. I'm just going to scroll through using the scroll wheel, and this is on floodlight. So that's on its lowest setting. I'll put the lumens on the screen. There's a million settings on this thing and it's just too much detail to go through on here. So that's the lowest, which I believe is 100 lumens. And as you scroll through, it just gets brighter, 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 brighter. And it's now 7000 lumens. You can't see it, it's lighting up the tour over there. So this isn't for long beam, this is just for wide, bright use. Gives out plenty of light, but it's wide. If I now change that to the zoom function, the beam, now you can see the beam. So again on full power, so that is not 7,000 lumens, but the beam is concentrated, so it's using that central bit. You can now see the tour a lot better. This has got a 600 meter range on it. This phone's not going to pick it up so well, but you can see the beam in the sky. That's pretty good. It's not reaching the hill across the other side, but I didn't expect it to. But yeah, that is an awesome torch. Put it back to flood. You got 7,000 lumens, which is more than bright enough for anybody. Okay, so now we have the thrunite Catapult Pro. This has one single LED in the middle of it, but it's concentrated for a long beam. So this is only 2,700 lumens, but apparently you can reach over a kilometre. So let's turn my head torch off and see how well it does. Press and hold this, turn it on. And it goes on low, and then you just press and hold it, and it will cycle through its lowest setting to its highest. Okay, so this is on its moonlight mode, the lowest setting. Still got a fair circle of beam around it. If I press and hold it, it will then get brighter and brighter and brighter. You can see there's a real hot spot in this. It flashes when it gets to the end of it. So when it reaches across to that hill, 2,700 lumens. Well, it's not reaching that hill at all. The beam is pretty good. Going right up into the sky. Distance-wise, I'm not too sure. It's much better than the olight, to be honest. Okay, so this is the Trustfire MC12 headlamp. It's on its lowest setting at the moment. It goes on to the next setting. And that is your turbo. Pretty good flood out beam, to be honest. More than enough. Yeah, it's picked up a rock that's a good 100 yards away. 1,000 lumens, plenty enough. I'll keep using this to see how well it lasts in future camps, just from a battery perspective. Obviously on full blast, not as long. So my final thoughts on the torches. The MC12, the Trustfire Headtorch, almost identical in price specifications to an olight. I think it's down to whether you want to go with the brand of the olight or something different, the Trustfire, but they both perform very similarly on the specifications. It's perfectly bright, more than good enough, nice and light on the head, so no issues there. I'll be very happy to continue using that going forward as a head torch. In regards to the olight Marauder Mini, it's not a direct comparison to the Catapult Pro from Thrunite. However, I preferred the olight Marauder Mini, quite simply because do I need to see 1,000 meters ahead? Now, admittedly, when I did the review, the hill that I was trying to look at was actually 2 kilometers away when I measured it on Google Earth, so I was way out of my 1 kilometer guess. So it was an unfair test. However, the beam was longer on the Catapult. It had a much brighter central hotspot, and it went a longer distance. It depends on what you're using it for. So if you're out hunting and you want to pick up something that's a long distance away to shoot it, I don't agree with it, but then the Catapult Pro will probably be the one for you. For all-round use and versatility though, I prefer the olight. Admittedly, the olight is a lot more expensive. It's about £140. Catapult Pro is around £90, so it's about £50 more, but you've got a torch that is more versatile. It's got a very bright, wide spread on it, as well as a decent beam. More than enough, 600 meters. I don't think you need to see any further than that. And you've also got the added options of the red light, blue light, green light as well. So my preference would be the olight. Tell me what your thoughts are, and if you've got any of these torches, stick them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Anyway, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up, please. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and maybe I'll see you on the next one.